Just really liked how we came out again from the start, following up from Sunday and having a great start and kind of, getting up big early. That was something we talked about again coming into this game is handling our business and setting the tone, in the first battle, in the first 5 minutes. And then another challenge that I gave these guys is we've been talking a lot about our offensive rebounding, and we really hadn't hit our goals of that. So tonight, our goal was 14, and we had that in the first half. I think we might have almost had in the first quarter, I think I said. So we killed that with 27. So a lot of good things from this. Got a lot of people some playing time. Had a lot of balance again. Both these guys played great. Cece with another double-double, this time in rebounds, and then Destiny with 10 points and 7 assists. So almost a double-double there. So just I think we are continuing to progress, but obviously we got our hands full against a really good team with Indiana coming in here on Saturday.
Destiny, you were plus 41 tonight when you were on the floor, which is the highest efficiency of the team. Just how have you been able to be a steadying force for this team, whether it's points, rebounds, whatever it might be, assists?
Just valuing every possession, just knowing every time I'm out there, I'm trying to do something good for my teammates and just for the team in general. So really just valuing every possession.
CC, Coach talked about setting the tone tonight. I thought, set the tone in the first quarter. There were 8 points, 6 rebounds. Just what was your mindset just entering this game?
Yeah, just carrying over what I did from last game, just being active, but this time I guess it was on the rebounds. Just staying in the gap still, just really carrying defense to offense, I think was really important tonight.
Destiny, I was looking at the box score, and there are a lot of games where I'll look, and I'll be surprised you've taken so few shots. And not as a demerit, but because we feel your impact on the game regardless of whether you're shooting the ball a lot. What do you attribute to becoming the type of player where you can have that level of impact even when you're not shooting the ball a lot of times?
Honestly, just going out there with the mindset I'm going to do whatever for my team to win, whether that be me scoring, setting the tone on defense, just literally anything to get my team to win. So whatever it is on that given night, that's what I'm going to do. That's the mindset I've been going to games with.
Destiny, there was a moment late in the second quarter where the shot clock's going down, and you make a layup basically right underneath the basket.
Right.
I mean, just to make those bad angle shots like you're able to do. I mean, what kind of leads to that success that you're able to have there?
I mean, I'm in a gym with Coach Mack a lot, just shooting layups. Because although y'all probably know, beginning of the season, my finishes was kind of wild and crazy. So just repping a lot of getting layups, getting my touch around the rim. So I credit it to Coach Mack a lot.
Dusty, I just had a question on just the pace you guys were playing at tonight. You guys are getting out of transition. Just how did it feel out there tonight?
I felt good. Coach Green always says use Phoenix as a weapon, and I know I could do that, just pushing the ball up, getting it to my teammates, and they're making plays. So that pace definitely feels good to play at.
Back here, Ciara, I want to ask about in the back. I wanted to ask just kind of about attack mentality today. Obviously, you guys had a really good margin on the rebounds, a lot of points inside. I think it was 62 or 64 points inside. Just how you guys were planning to attack today.
Yeah, just going in, we know we have the height advantage, so we just took advantage of that, to be honest. Just posting up whenever, attacking hips is really important. Get easy points whenever we can, and that's what we're good at, so yeah.
Cece, there was a point where you grabbed a ball off of the glass and brought it the other way, and you did a behind-the-back dribble that got a little bit of an ooh from the crowd. And then you kicked it, and I think you created a shot for a teammate, and then you grabbed the board again. So I've heard you talk about how you played a lot more perimeter in high school. How are you adjusting to figuring out what it means to impact the team and the way that the coaching staff is asking you to do while still using the skill set that you have available to you?
Mm. Yeah, so I think just doing, again, whatever the team needs me to do, and right now that's playing the post, which I'm actually kind of, getting used to now that I've had a few games under my belt, and it's easy points, to be honest, so it's easier than, going downhill, attacking the defender, and just trying to contact layup or something. But yeah, I still want to carry that over, whether it's pushing the ball or coming off a ball screen. I can still utilize that, especially if I have a 5 guarding me who's not used to coming off ball screens. But yeah, I'm just adding another part of my game.
Cece, I had one for you on the post-to-post actions between you and Barry. Just wanted to talk about just that lineup and just those looks for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to guard me and Barry because we're both so versatile. We could both post up at any time. So, again, just utilizing that versatility and just getting easy points is going to be really important for us and getting easy points.
CC, Coach kind of talked about just the focus on rebounding and offensive rebounding as well. Just how cool has it been to see maybe an emphasis in practice or going into games kind of pay off in the game itself and see that correlation between practice and the game itself?
Yeah, practice is a lot of like, go crash, go get a rebound. So it's really nice to just have that advice pay off in games, and it's not just like whatever. But yeah, I think it's really important when the coaches tell us to crash in practice because games like this, it shows.
Everybody good for student athletes? Good job, you guys.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Green? Raise your hand and we'll get your mic.
Pretty basic one to start off. Are you ready for Big Ten play?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah.
So, what specifically are you looking forward to seeing your team put into practice against what's going to be a different tier of competition in perpetuity for pretty much the rest of the season?
Yeah, and that's what I'm excited for. I think, it's fun to play good teams and the challenge and to kind of just see where we're at too, right? Like we're still learning. We're only 8 games in. Like we haven't arrived yet. Like, how are we going to respond? How do we, all those things is what I'm excited about. So I think we've taken, a ton of strides and even since our loss at Oregon State, I think we've gotten a lot better. But I'm excited for the challenge. I have a ton of respect for Indiana and everyone in the Big Ten is a hard game. So it'll be good to just kind of see where we're at and have a good test at home. And then kind of get back to that non-conference schedule for a few more.
Coach, we saw some extended minutes from Irene tonight. Just want to get your thoughts just on your continued confidence in her and her game.
Yeah, I thought she was really solid tonight, and obviously, I wanted to get a lot of people minutes and try to keep, those starters minutes under 20 if possible, just with the turnaround coming up. And I just think she's, she just continues to work her butt off, and when you do that and you're a positive, person and you're all about the team and you do things the right way, good things happen, right? And I think that she's just stayed the course, and she's in such a good frame of mind this year, and I think more comfortable and confident. And she's ready when I call her name, and I trust her when I put her in there to be solid defensively. And she's starting to score a little bit now too. So it's good. We're going to need her as we go in and to these conference games and some of these other non-conference games. So I'm really, really happy with her progression and her growth.
Shauna, I kind of asked Destiny about it, but beat plus 41, the highest efficiency on the team. Just how much of a steadying force is she at that position? Obviously, a point guard being such a significant factor in that. She
really is. It's kind of crazy because, like, I don't even feel like she's a freshman, really. There'll be some things she does or says, and I'm like, oh yeah, but like how she plays is just. It's just so steady, and she's getting to even more poise and confidence. And I mean, like you said, she only shot 4 points, but she's getting to the free throw line. She's being aggressive. She's attacking when she needs to attack. 7 assists, only 2 turnovers. Some of the she made some unbelievable passes and so unselfish. I think some of them she could have shot, but she passed it. And I think that's what, is awesome about her. And as a point guard, like I know she can score, but I just love how she wants to involve her teammates, and she really does set the tone for us defensively. And she's going to be key as we get into Big Ten play. And she's going to have to ramp it up another level too of being really, really solid defensively. But she sets the tone for us.
Coach, back here. Do you feel like, obviously this is the last game before Big Ten play, then you get Missouri. Do you feel like you saw what you wanted to see from the team in this final game before you get into those tougher games? And maybe what were you looking for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were probably more consistent in terms of our discipline in all areas on Sunday than we were tonight. But I also played a lot of people, and they need to get that experience. So it's hard. These games are hard. It's just... They're just hard, and I don't really like them, but You got to do them. And, hopefully we can remember, a few games ago against some of, you're at Florida State, your Oregon State, about what that looks like and feels like, because Indiana's going to look and feel a little bit different than the last 2 games, and we got to be ready for that. And that's where, for me, with your youth, like, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they're ready to go. And I told our veterans, you got to let these young guys know what Big Ten play is all about. I'm going to tell them the next few days, but you guys got to let them know too.
Coach, I've kind of noticed as the season has progressed, Maddie specifically on defense, it looked like she might have been a little bit more overpressed at the start of the season. And I'm seeing her kind of step back a little bit, be a little bit more reactionary as opposed to getting over assertive. What is that type of positional size and just athleticism going to mean as you enter this phase of the season?
It's going to be huge. And that was my thing with her. And that's where, we spent so much time while I was watching film with her, showing her, trying to break down. And it takes, I told you guys, with these transfers, and sometimes when they're a couple years in, it takes a little bit for them to understand how we play and break some of those habits. So she's figured it out, and you can see it. I mean, she's elusive getting through screens. She's long. She's athletic. She has a high motor. So when she wants to guard, she can guard anyone in the country. I really believe that. So I'm really proud of her because she accepted kind of our style and figured it out. And she had some growing pains there, but I just think the last 3 or so games, she's been really, really good defensively. Really, after Oregon State, I thought she made a big jump.
Coach, I noticed when Cearah was breaking down some of the more technical aspects of her game, you just started beaming. How have you seen her respond to your coaching and see it play out in these last couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much growth still in her. Like, it's been so much fun to watch her, continue to grow. And she's right. Like, when we recruited her, and she's good on the perimeter, and we're going to utilize her still. I mean, she has the freedom to be a pusher and push the ball up, when we're in our 4-out stuff and she's at the 4, which she'll have to play some more 4, which is like a guard for us in Big Ten play. So she's just so versatile, and I just think she's come so far. Like, really I don't know if she really liked being down low and banging and all that before. And you saw her, she's like, I'm starting to kind of like it, and and getting those easy buckets. And I've been on her about, your rebounding can manufacture easy points for you. You posting up can manufacture easy points, and she's so competitive. So she's just always trying, to get an edge. And I just think, like I said, I think the sky's still the limit, but she's come so far in growing her game. And I just love the versatility too.
Coach, you had some really good rebounding guards last year, whether it was Jen or Makairo. How do you feel that Destiny kind of like measures up that in that way as a rebounding guard?
Yeah, she had 5 tonight, so she's not going to, defensively is where we want her to, because obviously offensively she's getting back. That's her job, to not crash, and we're sending 2 back. So, but she's been doing a great job of getting defensive boards, which is nice because that starts our break as well. So we have had that. Makaira was a lead at that. Jen got to be really good at that, and Destiny the same. So it always helps when your guards rebound. We've been really trying to get on all of our wings to rebound more. And we had multiple, tonight was great because we had multiple people with 5 and a ton with 5 and plus. So we need those people to rebound, especially on the defensive end.
Hi, Coach. I know that Gisela got her first points today, and then Mia got her first points the last game. What does it mean to see some of your players who aren't starters and don't get as many minutes still accomplish with the win and get these points?
Yeah, no, you saw how our bench reacted when G got those points. So I was hoping she had that layup last game and missed it. But I was so happy that she got, she scored, got in, won on it. Those guys, every single person, we talk about it all the time. If you're going to have a great team, it takes every single person. On all my championship teams, we had 14, 15 that were all bought in, and everyone is a key to that. And that's what this group is, and that's what I love about this group. So G and Mia may not play as much, but they come every single day, and they're positive. They work their butt off. They're all about the team. How can what do I need to do to make our team better? And that's what this is about. So I love it. That's why, I called a set for Mia to get it. She had a layup. She missed it, but that's what is cool about this too. And to see everyone cheering for her and how happy they were for their teammates is what it's all about.
Shauna, I know you've referenced on the broadcast just about Big Ten play, and obviously you get that one game before you kind of jump back into non-conference. Just what can that one game mean for you in terms of momentum after you had a really good first month of the season?
I think it's just it's really big, right? In our 3 years, we've won a couple, and I think we lost maybe one. I think that one year was when we got blown out by Michigan. I tried to block that out, but so it's really important. But then it's not the end of the world either, because obviously you got to move on to the next game, and it's all about trying to go 1-0 each and every game, and But to be able to go 1-0 and set yourself up in the Big Ten is huge. So, and like I said, home games, you got to take advantage of them. I mean, this league is absolutely. You look at the women's side. I just looked at the men's side, and how many they had ranked, and it wasn't as. You look at the women's side, and it's it's crazy. This league is absolutely brutal, and I mean that's great. That's what competitors want, but. Yeah, every night you got to be ready to go.
Coach, we saw a little zone tonight, and obviously we saw some actions with Wallace playing at the 3. Just what did it mean for you to just be able to get those different looks tonight?
I hate it. It pains me to play zone, but I just know I have to have some experience with it. And they hit the 3, and then I'm just I hate zone. But you got to get reps in it. That's we've played it here or there, and we got to have it in our pocket in case there's some teams that we're gonna need it. That's why we didn't do it tonight, but that's why we went some 2-2-1 the other night back to 2. So trying to get some game reps. It's not me. It's not what I love, but you got to be prepared for everything.